The city of Pflugerville was officially founded in 1860. However, Henry Pfluger arrived in Central Texas 11 years prior to this. The Pfluger family left Germany in order to avoid the Prussian War.
And he took his two oldest sons, put them on a boat, and sent them to America to avoid the draft. A lot of the Pfluger family gets very upset about that because they said, don't call us draft dodgers. But the truth is they were.
It only happened in Germany. It happened in other countries too, those people.
Yeah.
How many immigrated over here at that time? And
To avoid it.
to avoid war that was constantly taking place in Europe in those years.
More than 70 years later, Pflugerville had grown into a small town, and the Great Depression had produced a generation of hard-working men and women. Lamar and Gladys were part of this hard-working generation, along with the other graduates of 1944.
We were farmers. We were farm people, lived out on the farm. We celebrated every aunt, uncle, and cousin's birthdays, and both of us had tons of relatives. On Sundays we'd go to Grandma's house, played out in the ranch, played baseball.
You'll have to say that we were pre-radio, pre-TV. We played a lot of cards, dominoes, and things like that. And I'm glad you said baseball when we get together. That was pretty well it.
World War II began in 1939. However, it didn't begin to affect the lives of the American people until 1942. This was Gladys and Lamar's sophomore year of high school.
I can remember the day that war was declared. I remember Pearl Harbor Day. The next morning we sat in the auditorium of the school. There was a radio put up in front, and we listened to the president's speech and declare war on Japan and Germany. We had so many friends, so many relatives that were drafted or joined the Army and were serving, were in danger. A lot of the guys, boys, didn't even finish school. They went on and enlisted.
This was right after the Great Depression. People didn't have anything. I mean, money was not existing. We were poor at that time, but we didn't realize it.
Things were scarce. You wouldn't believe gasoline was rationed.
If you lived in town, you got an A card, and you could buy gasoline with that. But if you used all your gasoline up for that month, you walked. There was no more. The farmers had a B ration card, and we were able to get a little bit more gasoline to do our farming with because it was beginning of the Industrial Revolution from horses and mules to converting over to mechanical power. So we always had just enough to get by.
Pflugerville has grown dramatically since the 1940s. Many things have changed within the community. Lamar notices how the education system's growth has provided many new opportunities for the youth of today.
Y'all have so many opportunities out there right now with the genetics that's happening in medicine and farming and everything. The world is out there for y'all to grab. So take every minute you can to learn and cram it in because it's important. It's going to be very important in your lives.